Hit them with the penicillin, make them feel it. Make them feel it. One, never let a see you sweat, cause
Hi ladies, so today we will be making a wig, and this video is brought to us by Yiroo Hair. So they sent me 3 bundles, an 18, 20, and 22 inch in a frontal, and I'm going to be putting that together for you guys. So if this is your first time watching me, make sure you hit that subscribe button, also give me a thumbs up, and also leave me a comment, girl. Talk to me, let me know how you feel about what I'm doing, if you have any questions. And also this is very, very beginner friendly. I do recommend beginners have some extra thread just in case you guys need to start over or you want to practice threading before you actually start on your wig. You want to make sure that you pull your lace front hairline over your black cap. Do not have it sitting right on it. Make sure it's at least a ½ inch over your cap. So let me tell y'all the secret, because a lot of people would tell you to just make your frontal baggy and you end up making it baggy and it don't fit right. So what you want to do is you want to make the front an M shape, and you do want to make it baggy. However, you want to make sure that your frontal is stretched. Okay, so you want to make sure that it is stretched, because if it's not, it's going to be holes in your frontal. So I prefer to sew under, and what I do is I take my needle and just go right through the thread. Now I do take my time because I like to make sure I don't have any hairs in it. So if you see me pulling through at points, or like kind of taking my time, is so I can make sure I don't have any hair going through the thread as well. And I also like to make sure that my thread isn't twisted, because when it's twisted it kind of messes up the pattern. But of course you will have some points where you mess up the pattern, but most times you want to make sure that that thread in the pattern is looking good. So basically from here I'm just going to be sewing that frontal down. In around 6 minutes I'll show you guys how I knot it, and then we start on the rest of the track, starting with the back. skip, skip, skip. So basically I use the same techniques in the back and all the way through the cap. So I just sew the same exact way. The things that you want to keep in mind is to make sure that you do not sew through any thick bands. So you want to make sure you just sew like lightly, don't go all the way through it. And also when you do get to areas where the cap is already stitched, you want to make sure that you skip over those areas. And typically those are the areas where I'm not around. So yeah. So you can knot with every stitch. However, if you are new, I wouldn't really recommend knotting with every stitch because it's going to tangle. It's going to be a mess when you first start. I mean, you can practice doing that, but yeah, so like I said, I typically knot around the bands or the thick stitching. Also, I just do this all the way through, and I'm also not cutting my tracks. I would not start to do that up until I would not do that until I reach the top, and around 12:15 is where I get to the top. This is where I started to use the 18-inch bundle. So I didn't use all of the 20-inch, but I did go ahead and get into the 18-inch because I wanted to make sure that I included all of the lengths on this unit. You want your wig to be proportionate and you want it to look good. So yeah, make sure that as you guys are sewing, you're paying attention to how much you have left to sew, and also making sure that you are having proportionate bundles, if that makes sense. You want to make sure that last track is sewed directly to the frontal. It's not on top of it, it's just so flat and it's directly onto the frontal. Yiroo literally have the good thick bundles. I didn't even use all 3 of my bundles. I used all of the 22 but not the 20 or the 18, and it came out like super thick. It looks like I put 4 bundles in here. So when you do make your wig, don't overestimate how many bundles it will take, because it probably will take less. So therefore you do not have to try to squeeze tracks all over the place or try to make the spaces small. So I washed it, and as y'all can see, I already had tinted the lace, and I need to go back and just re-dye these roots. So I'm going to make a video of me customizing this wig, but this is how it looks all washed and pretty and full.